Gemini launches Agentic Trading, lets ChatGPT and Claude place orders. Gemini has rolled out Agentic Trading, a feature that lets users connect external AI models, including OpenAI's ChatGPT and Anthropic's Claude, to their exchange account, so the model can scan markets and place trades on the user's behalf. CoinMarketCap flagged the launch on April 27, 2026, framing it as the first time a major U.S. exchange has wired general-purpose LLMs directly into a live order book. The move arrives in a thin tape. As of April 27, 2026, Bitcoin was at 76,758, down 1.9% on the day, with Ether at 2288, down 3.3%, and the Fear and Greed Index sitting at 41, neutral. Volatility is muted, which is exactly the kind of regime where retail experimentation with autonomous bots tends to peak. How agentic trading actually works. Gemini's pitch is straightforward. Instead of clicking through the trading interface, a user grants a model access to a scoped Gemini API connection and feeds it instructions in natural language. The model then reads the user's portfolio, pulls live market data through Gemini's endpoints, and routes orders without further human confirmation on each click. The exchange has not, in its public material, exposed the full risk control envelope yet. What is clear from the launch post is that ChatGPT and Claude are explicitly named as supported endpoints, which means anyone with an API key from either provider can wire it up against a Gemini account in minutes. That is a different threshold than the institutional algo desks that have always sat behind exchange APIs. The user-facing layer is now any general LLM. For the broader picture on U.S. exchange policy, Gemini is also one of the named defendants in the CFTC suit over New York's prediction market rules, so the company is shipping aggressive product on top of an active legal posture. Why this is not the same as existing trading bots? Algorithmic trading on Gemini is not new. The exchange has supported Fix and REST APIs for years, and quant shops have been pointing scripts at it since the Winklevoss days. Three things make agentic trading different. First, the agent is non-deterministic. A traditional bot does what its code says. An LLM picks an action from a probability distribution, conditioned on a prompt, recent context, and tool outputs. The same instruction at 901 can produce different orders. Second, the scope is broad by default. A scripted bot has a tight remit, like rebalance to 60/40 every Monday. A user telling Claude, "Manage my portfolio sensibly," is handing the model a much wider mandate, with no guarantee the model interprets sensibly the same way the user does. Third, the failure modes include prompt injection. Google's recent report on live prompt injection payloads hunting AI agents and PayPal endpoints already laid out the playbook. Malicious data lurking in a fetched web page, an email, or a market data field can hijack an agent and redirect its actions. An agent that can call Gemini's order endpoint is, by definition, an agent that an attacker would like to hijack. The user decision layer. For the average Gemini account holder, the immediate question is not, "Does this work?" but, "Do I trust an LLM with my margin button?" The honest answer is that the model will execute confidently whether or not it is right, and there is no built-in mechanism that surfaces uncertainty before an order goes out. Users who plug in ChatGPT or Claude should treat the connection less like an advisor and more like a junior trader with no off switch, unless one is built. That risk profile sits awkwardly with the product surface that most retail users actually consume on Gemini, including the Gemini credit card, where rewards accrue passively. Agentic trading is the opposite of passive. It is continuous, model-driven, and only as well-bounded as the user's prompt. For traders who want exposure to crypto without giving an LLM keys to the engine, stablecoin-funded card spending and self-custody options remain the lower variance route. Both keep balance changes tied to user action rather than model output. What to watch? Next 3 signals will indicate whether agentic trading becomes a category or a curiosity. First, whether other U.S. exchanges follow within weeks. Coinbase and Kraken both have the API surface to ship this. The gating factor is legal appetite, not engineering. Second, whether Gemini publishes any post-launch data on aggregate agent performance versus manual users. Third, whether the first public loss attributed to a hijacked agent triggers a regulatory response, given the CFTC and SEC are already focused on retail crypto execution.